So, if you were stranded on a desert island and you only had these two things to eat, which would it be? Chitlins or pig feet?
Chitlins is intestines, right?
Or pig feet?
I think chitlins, because then I can like soak them in the salt water, so all the animal residue can go out, and it'll like pickle them, and then I can fry them, and it'll be crunchy.
That's really nasty.
I don't want to eat pig feet.
Hi, I'm Boss Babe Keela.
I'm Bond Girl Jessica.
And I'm Girl Boss Lena.
And you know what that means? It's Whine Down Wednesdays. All right, so that means we are pulling from our lovely Boss Babe cup today. And let's see what we got. I'm going to mix them up real good.
That way. I'm trying. It's there we go. It's the wrong direction. It's opposite. So
No, there you go.
All right. So what have we had?
Ooh, what does it say? What does it say?
Oh. When is it okay to ask someone about their personal life? Let's get personal. All right, who wants to answer it first?
Jesse's always so quiet. You go.
I know.
First,
Let's pick on Jessica. Jessica, you go.
Okay. Well, my initial thought, I think of myself. I don't like people to talk to me and be in my business that much. So if you don't know me that way,
she said, I don't like people to talk to me.
Because it's like it's people even around me now. Like they've known me for but like people have known me for years and it's just a lot of stuff they don't know about me. And I'll just like, oh yeah, this and that. And they're like, what? It's like, but I just don't be telling people nothing. And then I think it depends on how personal it is and like in the context. Cause like, I don't know, like if you ask me if I've ever been to jail, like, why are you asking me if I've been to jail? Are you assuming I went to jail?
Face like you last time I think you might have been to jail. You been to jail, girl?
But see, Keela's my friend, so she can ask me, I won't get offended. But if it's somebody that's just like, hey, lady in the store, you been to jail? Don't talk to me. Like, who are you? That's how I feel personally. But like I have to know you and be comfortable. Because I could be like, well, I robbed a bank back in 82.
82? Girl, you weren't even born in 82. What bank you robbing? Bank? What are we robbing here?
You weren't even born in 82.
In the past life. It might have been in the past life. But like if we not close, I'm not talking to you. Don't expect to get nothing from me if I'm not close to you.
It's awkward when people start asking personal questions. And again, and I have to agree with Jessica. It depends on how close we are. If it's a friend asking me, then that's one thing. And I still may not tell them everything. I may give them the Keela version of the story.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, right. But it depends on how comfortable you are. Because, here's the thing. There are some people who think they really are that close to you and they're really not.
Right.
So, like, yeah.
Well, I say, if you have put it out there to me already about and opened up about your personal life, then it's free game for me to ask you because you've already open. You've got some people that just their whole life is on social media. It doesn't. Right. They just.
I'm
tell
not that person.
everything.
I think it's awkward. That's another question we should have had. Like, it's awkward when people put TMI in their Facebook information. Like, even if I do know you or I don't know you that well, or I just meet you and I'm like, oh, hey, let's exchange our social media. And I immediately start seeing you putting all your stuff out there. I'm like, ooh, you ratchet.
Right.
Why you putting your business out there like that, guy?
Right. There's a remember we talked about, like, the fine lines, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and, like, crossing them,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also talked about, I don't know what we were talking about when I talked about roaches and the lady not roaches, but the lady with the bathroom, the
Yes. Oh,
Oh yeah,
yes.
the
stuff on the
customer
bathroom
service.
floor in our other
Yes.
show, and
Yes.
so, to me, that's too much information, right?
That's
So,
total
if
TMI.
you're
You could
gonna
have went your whole life without saying all that.
right, if you're gonna put yourself out there and be like, "Oh, well, my business isn't flourishing because I don't know, I don't even know,
Uh,
whatever, but then you can't take it some kind of way if somebody comes back and says, "Oh, well, how are you doing? Because you said that your business wasn't doing too well because of X, Y, and Z going on." So at that point, I feel like I've got free range because you put it out there.
and now
Does
you
that
want to
make
act all offended.
Right.
Then don't put it out there. If you don't want nobody, okay. If you don't want nobody asking your business, don't put your business out there.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's totally so my son was on this whole Kanye West thing.
Oh no.
And I
Oh,
know that's a whole nother topic,
it is.
but
That's a whole nother podcast. Let's
but
get on
I'm
Kanye.
right, but I'm saying it to say my son was offended by the way I was talking about some of the things that was going on with Kanye, and I'm like, "Yo, Kanye put all his business out there. If
Mhm.
you gonna put all your business out there, you cannot expect people to be tight-lipped because you have invited them into your situation." Now, it's
Mhm.
different. You have some people, celebrities, or just regular people that are tight-lipped. Like you said, Jess, not everybody knows everything that's going on with you. You're more got like more of a poker face. Well, if some
Mhm.
ish
Right.
was going on with me, you would know it because I wear it all over my everything, right? So
Mhm.
at that point, I
Mhm.
would expect you to be like, yo, you cool?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
you don't seem
So
yourself. You know what I
it's
mean?
different.
But
Well, here's the thing, and that's another thing. It's different when somebody's asking you, "Oh, are you okay?" If you see something, say something, right? If you're like, "Okay, this person is looking like they're down. Are you okay? Is everything all right?" That's
right.
not to me getting personal. That's just showing human care and kindness because
That's
I see
true. That's
somebody
Mhm.
who
true.
may be going through something and I want to ask to make sure that they're okay. Not because I
Right.
need you to tell me all the nitty gritty.
But some
I don't
people
need
Right.
to know
feel
all the
like
nitty
that.
gritty.
Why you all in my business? Why you asking me?
Yeah.
Because you looking
But
stank.
first of
That's why.
all, I see you sitting there looking all crumpled in the corner like a
Crazy in the
crumpled piece of
face.
paper, right? You looking like a crumpled piece of paper. So I thought I'd check on you. Do you need a little ironing out? Do you need some help? Like, are you all right? But
Right.
it's not like I'm asking you, oh, did your boyfriend do this to you? Or why would he do that? Or what's going on, girl? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I'm not trying to be in your business like that. Are you physically
Right.
okay? Do you
Right.
require assistance? Do you need a hug? I mean, I'm not
There's
going
a
to
difference.
hug you if I don't know you because I'm just, germaphobe. But, I will check on you. Do you need some water?
But
Perhaps.
have you ever had anybody like you ask them in general, like, are they okay? And they just give
Right.
you their whole life story without you asking?
Oh my
Yeah,
God. It's like verbal
I think
diarrhea.
people, man, when I was interviewing people, people would tell me their whole life story sometimes in the interview, and I'm like,
There's
why are
appropriate
you doing
times
this?
to there's appropriate times to do stuff. So it's like it depends on the situation, right?
Mhm,
So if you're running late for work, you may have to give an excuse, maybe just I'm running late isn't going to cut it. You got to give a little bit more. Well, my
mhm.
car stalled or my tire's flat or you know what I mean? Or
Well, that leads
Mhm.
me to my next question. What kind of information is too personal?
mm,
I think it's up to like the person sometimes. Because some people don't care about certain stuff.
it's not about being personal. It's about whether it's appropriate
Hmm.
or not. Like
Hmm.
the audience is appropriate or not, right?
Hmm.
So,
I've
I
had
always got
somebody come out of the blue and ask me a really, really personal question about, I mean, I know them, but I didn't know them on that level. And
right,
so they waited till nobody was around to kind of like get deep and pry. And I was looking at them like, I know you did not just ask me that. Like, I don't even know you.
right.
what? If the person had asked, I wouldn't even told them the color of my toenail polish. So I'm just like, we're not on that level of friendship for you, even if nobody was around, for you to dig deep and try to get into my business. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to check on me and say, oh, I know I heard some things, or, are you okay? I'll let you know, oh
Right.
yeah, I'm fine. If I want it, but that's an invitation. Like, if I want to invite you further into my life, then I will speak on it. But if I don't, then I'll let you know, okay, yeah, I'm fine. That's okay. That's telling you that you're not invited to this Negro spiritual. Like,
What?
telling you anything.
Well, what about on the reverse? How do you feel when people actually divulge TMI to you?
It's
It's
uncomfortable.
annoying because I didn't care.
It's
I just wanted the answers to
Jessica
my
don't care
question.
about shit. She's like,
Like,
I don't care how much money you make. I
so,
don't give a damn what's going on with you.
You be
I don't
feeling
give
like
a
that though.
damn.
You be feeling like, I really didn't care about all that.
yeah. Because it's like you might ask them, like, what happened? What's that stain on your shirt? And then they're telling you about, oh, well,
Oh,
when
girl,
I was a
I got
kid,
into
my
this.
mom didn't support me. I didn't care about that. I just want to know about the stain. That was a
What do I
one
know about
sentence
that?
answer. That's it.
But some
It bothers
people, it feels like they're lonely and they're just itching for that in. Like they're just waiting for you to be like, oh, Jessica, what's wrong? So they could be
And
like,
see,
oh,
that's the problem too, because I can't support you. That's not in my nature. So if you get to crying, I
I was
don't know
gonna
what to
say
do for
you
you.
asking the wrong person, because we already know Jessica says she don't.
You don't know me, Keela. I don't know.
she don't care.
Jessica don't care.
Because it's
Oh,
like I
honey, I
care.
know you well enough to know you will be like,
And I'm like, I be caring, but it's just like, it's not going to show. I'm going to be like,
You
that's what's
care,
up.
but it doesn't change the situation of
Mm-hmm.
in the grand. Just like I just don't care.
Jessica's like, that sounds like
I
a
just,
personal. This sounds like a you problem.
yeah,
It's just
I know my limitations. If you want a hug, I'm not a hugger like that. I can't comfort you. Don't come to me. If you need answers, if you just need me to listen, I can listen, but don't expect to be comforted by me. That's not my strong suit. Maybe one day, but not today. That's my story, and I'm sticking.
she's like, I
You
just don't
the
care.
wrong one today. Maybe one day, but not today's not that day for you, Clay. Sorry.
Today ain't the day, so
Mhm.
don't
Ain't
tell
the day
me
for
about
that.
your business.
What I do have is a phone number that you can call. Maybe a prayer hotline.
Mhm.
They're good at listening.
Call somebody 1-800-GIVE-UP.
Yes. You can call Tyrone. You can call anybody.
It just it feels like people don't have a filter. Like they don't know what's too personal to ask, and then other people don't know what's too personal to divulge.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know what I think it is these days? And I hate Jesse, I know you're younger, but the younger-ish type generation, they make BFFs so fast. You know this person
Not
for a
everybody's
week.
your friend.
You know this person for a week online. You've
Mm-hmm.
never met them, never laid eyes on it, but all of a sudden they're your BFF and you divulge
Everything.
everything. And I don't,
I blame
that's
the
a,
parents.
huh?
I blame the parents. And I'll tell you why.
Did your parents ever tell you what stays in this house? What goes on in this house stays in
Yes.
this house. Don't tell
Yes.
nobody what's going on. What
But not just that, but I blame the parents for not teaching their child that not everybody's their friend. And I say that because this is something that I have to teach my daughter, because she's
How do you teach
she's a
that
little.
though?
She's little, but she wants to call everybody her best friend. I said, that's not your best friend.
Yeah.
And I have to explain to her what a best friend is. A best friend is somebody who's been with you for years, been with you through thick and thin. That's your person that you call, that knows you better than anybody else. Like that is your person who ain't gonna sell you out, who ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Like
that ride or
your
die.
homie. Like if you're in jail, that person shows up with bond money. Like that's your
Girl,
best friend.
I'm about to call Keela and Jess. I need y'all to roll up around here. We about to go fuck some shit up. You know what I mean? Those are your home dogs. Those are your homies.
Those are your
you know
homegirls.
I mean?
Those are your ride or dies.
Ride or
and
die.
So I'm trying to tell her that now and teach her that now. And even at her little small age, little tender age, she's already had to deal with some knuckleheads, but I'm like, this is a good example of a person not truly being your friend. And this is the type of stuff that you need to avoid. So it's like, it starts from there. And that's why I say I blame the parents, because if you're not teaching your kids things, if you're not teaching them these things, the world will.
Oh,
they're going to learn in a horrible way.
Hard lessons. Oh,
it's
yeah.
It's a hard lesson to learn. But fortunately for me, my mom grew up very in the streets. And she taught me and my sisters and any of my other siblings, even, what's what, who to trust, who not to, and how to look at things, how to see people.
Yeah, I think it's just that this newer generation, they're soft. Everybody's
that's a whole nother
topic. I'm sorry, y'all. Whole nother topic. So we talking about TMI. Ask Brian.
I feel like I have something different. Well, I agree with you, Keela, but I was the opposite. I'm antisocial anyway. But
really?
It was
didn't gather that.
I'm just checking, just verifying.
But it's like until like this big age of like 29, I didn't realize it was a lot of people that were my friend and I ain't know. Like I'd be making friends by mistake. And I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I don't know." But it's like people would tell me, like, "Yeah, that's my friend Jessica," and I'm like, "Oh, we're friends."
Know you.
Like, and it's weird because like I know them, but it just the dots didn't connect in my head. Cause I'm like, I've been to dinner with these people.
The accidental friend.
Yeah, like I've been to dinner with them. I've been to their house. They text me. Why didn't I connect that we're friends?
That's because you are more standoffish, as you've already said. You know what I mean? And you just say, I don't care. So
but here's the thing.
Things you you seem to be less emotionally invested in.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is the thing. They view you as a friend, but do you view them as a friend?
That's
why you're missing that, because you're not viewing them as
because she's detached.
That sounds even worse.
Them as a friend. You're like, oh, we are? Since when?
You're like, oh, my bad.
I've had that happen. I had someone say something of like, oh, my bestie, this, and I was looking like, oh, I am.
Yeah. And like I don't be opposed to it. I'm like, cool. It's like I just didn't know. I don't know.
Good job, Jessica. Great job.
I'm the awkward one in the group. I have to make it. I have to represent for the awkward people in the world like me. Who just kind of fumbling through life trying to figure
out whether you ask those questions or you let the people in. Inquiring minds want to know.
We always want to know.
All right, y'all. Are we finished? Is that our topic?
Yes. So till next week, we leave you with this. Jessica's not your friend.
Don't ask her shit. She don't want to know shit. She don't.
Until next time. Bye.